Hello. It is Christmas cozy reading night. I have practically no makeup on anymore. It's all melted off over the day. I've got baby fingerprints all over my glasses, and I am parched. But we're gonna get this going because I need my Christmas cozy reading night to happen. Let's begin. So I am going to have a nice glass of wine in a little bit. I've already had a little glass. But first I need some water because I realized I've gone through the whole day and not really drank any water, which is very bad for you. Right, now that that is out of the way, I have choices. I could do Trapiche, Cab Sauv, they're both Cab Sauvs, or I could do Santa Carolina Cab Sauv. I think I'm going to go for this one. I don't know if I've ever had that. And it sounds lovely. So the truth is, it's 6:30, not 7 o'clock. My plan was to actually start at 6, but life happened. So I am ready. Okay, I'm gonna try the wine. Ooh, that's nice and I like it when a red wine has a bit of pepperiness to it. In any case, I just had the most delicious dinner. It was a soup that my mom made for us way back when I was first, not pregnant, but first a new mama. It was in the freezer, and it was like lentil and rice. Really, really nice. So I had that with garlic bread. A lot of garlic bread. And now I just turned on ASMR Weekly. They came out with a new Harry Potter Christmas at Hogsmeade. Hogsmeade? Or, oh gosh, what is it called? That shopping center basically where Harry gets his wand and you can buy a bird and you know? Anyway, there. I want to say Hogsmeade, but I think that's wrong. So I've got that on in the background, very blustery, which is really nice. I've got the Christmas tree on, candles are lit, my joy you can see in the background. Life is lovely. So now we need to talk about reading. So I have made a little bit of a dent in The Woman in Black. I read quite a bit yesterday. I'm now 115 pages in. There is haunting going on. Basically, the premise of this one is there's this guy. He is hanging out with his wife and his stepkids. They're all gathering around telling horror stories on Christmas Eve. Ghost stories on Christmas Eve, I should say. And he doesn't want to tell his because he was actually haunted when he was younger, I believe. And he had to go to Eel Marsh House after Mrs. Drablow died and take care of her affairs, and he's haunted there. So he doesn't tell the kids, but he tells us, and so we're diving into him telling us the story. And I'm in the thick of it now. He's been to Eel Marsh House once and didn't stay quite overnight, but was picked up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And he is going back. For some reason, when I first read this, I thought he just stayed, like a mist came through and stopped him from leaving. I forgot that he goes back to like civilization and then like gets the courage to go back. Is he insane? Most likely. So he's on his way back now. So I'm going to read that for probably, well, I'm hoping to finish this. There's only like, I don't know, 75 pages left around. So I'd really like to finish this one first before I get to 7 Days of Us. I haven't read this yet. It's meant to be contemporary about like family getting together at Christmas, and they're like forced to stay in the same house for a whole week. They can't leave because one of the women is a doctor and she's just come back from treating an epidemic abroad. And so they're like quarantined. It sounds like a lot of fun. A lot of you have said that this is not comedic. It's not funny. It's actually more like drama, which I did not expect. But this might be one of my favorite covers of all time. I love snow globes. It's a little house and a snow globe. I don't know why I don't own any snow globes. Something I need to rectify in my life. But it's time to dive back in to the creepiness. Something that I don't understand about this book. So it's about this guy who has to go and take care of the affairs of this woman that died in this big house, and the villagers all know that the place is haunted and no one will go near it. So my question is, who found out that she died? How did they find out if no one will go? Maybe I'll find that out as it goes on, but it's a little hole in it, in the story. This is a reread for me, and I obviously don't remember much, but I read it many, many years ago. Baby girl needs a baba. Barry's doing nighttime routine tonight. I love this thing. It's called the Baby Brezza, and I would not be without it. Also, these are Como Tomo bottles, and they're fantastic. They're expensive, but they're worth the cost. They don't leak. They're so good. This has turned into a different kind of video. I have turned on the ASMR Room's new Christmas video. It's called Christmas at Grimold Place, and it's so nice. I don't know if you can see, but it's like fires going, there's a Christmas tree, something lovely on the stove. Just yes. I am definitely creeped out. Libby is like snoring next to me. She's in a little bed by the couch, and she was breathing heavily, and for a while there I was scared just from her breathing. Anyway, I'm gonna turn on the fireplace because it is cold. It is like -30 with the wind chill here in Ottawa, and it's really cold. So I'm gonna turn on the fireplace and get even cozier, if that's even possible. Also, I spent a good chunk of yesterday wrapping presents. It's very dark. You can barely see them, but very exciting. So it is 7:30 now, and I said that I would stop reading this and move on to 7 Days of Us at the hour mark, but I'm 164 pages in now. I don't know how many pages that is. I started at 115. I'm not doing math. I will not. I refuse. Barry, where are you? Anyway, I'm really close to the end, so I'm just going to keep going. Hopefully I can finish it in another half an hour, and then I can do an hour and a half of this, and then an hour and a half of 7 days of us. But it's gotten really good and really creepy. I forgot how scary this is. And there's a dog in this book, and you just want the dog to be okay. That's all you really care about. Am I the only person who does that in books? Like, I don't really care what happens to humans in books as long as it's fiction and not fiction and not non-fiction. Yeah, I don't care what happens to humans in fiction, but I really care what happens to animals, especially dogs. Oh, let's see. So I think I have mentioned to you guys that Barry got me the David's Tea advent calendar. Today's tea, ooh, it's hard to see. Oh, I just burnt myself. God. Forever Frosty. It's nutty, spicy, and sweet. And this is a fruit infusion. So I'm going to try that. So that has to steep for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, so I am loving this advent calendar, but as you can see, we're not perfect. We were supposed to like drink one every single night together because like each packet is for 2 people. But yeah, like I still have to have green passion fruit. This s'mores chai one is probably my favorite so far. Tulsi Tranquility, super ginger, white cranberry bark. Some of these are open, but oh my gosh, so many to go through. This one smells so good, this Forever Frosty one. Wow. This tea, I have not tasted it yet because it's like piping hot. But it smells so cheerful. Apparently it's got like almond and orange. There's lots of orange in here. And cinnamon and apparently marshmallow as well. This one might be the one, but I haven't tasted it yet. So maybe I shouldn't say that before I've tasted it. I will report back. That ending is like, ugh. I don't know how else to explain it other than, ugh. I forgot the ending. It's a good ending, but it's also an awful ending. So I think I'm gonna give this 4 stars. It's just, you know what? It's not long enough. It should be longer. I feel like he goes to the haunted house, is haunted really quickly, and then leaves. And it's just too hurried. Like, it should be at least 100 pages more. There should be more at the house. It's very strange. It's a novella, but it almost feels like a short story trying to be a novel. Does that make any sense? Isn't that what a novella is, April? I don't know. In any case, it's 8 o'clock, and I think it's like more like 8:10 now. But I finished this, which is great, and is not overly Christmassy in the end. But yes, the story is told on Christmas Eve, and it is. But the contents, it doesn't put you in the Christmas spirit. Let me just say that. So that's done. Very, very enjoyable. But moving on to 7 Days of Us. I'm really hoping that I like this. I feel like a lot of people, when I mentioned that I'm going to read this, there's lots of mixed feelings. But one person said this was very British, and that makes me very happy. I love everything British. I really do. Like, Barry and I have talked about speaking to Nora in a British accent constantly so that she'll grow up speaking in a British accent. Because children, like British children, are the cutest. They are. I would like to say that my child is cute, but I also know that British children, there's something about them. They are the cutest in the world, in any case. So I'm really hoping that because it's British, or it has British vibes, that I'll like it. But now I know that it's not funny. I don't know, it says on the back, sharply funny by people. And then Emily Giffen wrote, witty and deeply heartfelt. So I don't know. We shall see. Why do I need to hem and haw about this? Let's take a sip of the tea together. On second thought, I'll do it for you because you can't taste. You don't have taste division. Oh my God. This is the one. Oh my God. This is the one. Everyone, far and wide. I can't remember what this is called. Frosty something. I'm going to find out. But we must all run out and buy this. Oh, Forever Frosty is forever in my heart and forever Christmassy to me. Oh my gosh, that tastes amazing. I'm gonna have to make one for Barry and bring it down to him because it's so good. Wow. Okay, I'm going to drink my amazing tea and read 7 Days of Us. Let's do this. Okay, so I haven't opened 7 Days of Us yet to read it, but I just was looking at the praise. You know how there's little like bits of praise at the beginning of a book? And there's this one by Kirkus Reviews that makes me excited about it now. It says, perfect for fans of cozy Christmas films like Love Actually and The Family Stone, an emotional but ultimately uplifting holiday story. And that sounds exactly like what I want now after reading The Woman in Black, which was grim and sad. Oh, good. So I am only, oh gosh, like 15 pages into this. I'm really liking it so far. It is very British already, which makes me really happy. And I think that one review is right. It really is like a mix between Love Actually and The Family Stone. I think it's striking me as more like a British version of The Family Stone. Like, I can tell that this is going to be serious sometimes, just as much as it's funny. And that's kind of Family Stone-esque. But I'm really liking it so far. So that's making me happy. Another thing that's about to make me happy is I'm going to have some Christmas crackle. Now, in my TBR, I think I mentioned to you that I was going to have the bars. I sadly ate all of the bars. And so I had to get the ice cream. They were sold out of the bars. And so I have to risk having this ice cream just free to eat. I need to like restrain myself from eating it all at once and go slow. So I'm having a little bowl. It's not tiny, but it's a little bowl. And I think Nora's crying. Well, that was a false alarm. So I turned everything off because I thought I was going to have to go upstairs. Anyway, that's okay. That's a good problem. She put herself back down. So 7 Days of Us, I'm not much further into it, but I'm really liking it. It goes from like person to person. Each chapter is following another person in the family. and each person seems to have a secret that they're not sharing, that they don't want to share, and you know that it's all gonna come out at Christmas. I love it. I'm really happy that I'm reading this book at this time of year. Obviously, I will let you know how I truly feel about it in my wrap up. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish it in December. That would be very sad if I didn't finish it in December. But yeah, it's so lovely so far. Guys, I am feeling very tired. It is 9:15, and I think I'm going to call it a night, hit the hay. I feel exhausted. I might watch Christopher Allen's latest VLOGMAS upload. He uploads at night, and so I think I will watch that. Get cozy, watch that, and then go to bed. But I hope that if you guys participated in Christmas Cozy Reading Night, that you enjoyed. What did you read? I'd love to know. I hope you're doing well. And thanks for hanging out with me on Christmas Cozy Reading Night. Bye.